Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Magic, Mystery, and Mayhem. Okay, maybe not really. As you can see, we are looking down the barrel of a fairly severe thunderstorm, one which may or may not be capable of tornado action, but probably isn't. I don't see the structure that would go along with that, but anyhow, that's neither here nor there. I thought after last week's video, what we would do is I would go ahead and show you how I process those log file shots anyway with the Nano Plus. So I thought we'll just go ahead and use a thunderstorm to do that. And hopefully I don't get myself in trouble here, because this storm is actually quite close and I really don't fancy the idea of getting my new car stuck in the middle of that, because we are looking right at the area of the storm, which is where the gorilla hail is going to be, if there is any. We've got a wall cloud right out there. I don't know if you can see it. Right about where that white Quonset looking thing is over there. There is a wall cloud. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that, but yeah. I'm going to take the Nano Plus up. We're going to get some log video, and we're going to go home and process that video. And I'll show you how I did it last week. So, here we go.
Home point has been refreshed.
Let me go in and start screen recording.
Connect. Home point has been refreshed.
Okay. Now, let me see if I can get this set up. HDR off, log color on. All right. Now, if the audio sounds a bit weird, it's because for some reason the Rode Wireless Go is not working today. I don't know what's going on with it. Most likely it got left on and didn't get charged. Okay, let me start the recording here.
Start recording.
And we're just going to go ahead and fly towards the storm because, yeah, won't go too far. All right, we'll stop right there. That way we can hear ourselves talk and think and whatnot. And yeah, this is actually perfect for this video. What I want is lightning on the video so I can help myself process things better. And we'll just keep it there so I can keep eyeballs on that wall cloud there, which is coming this way. Goody! Anyhow, I've got another bone to pick with Autel, and this time it's actually a pretty big one. See, when it comes to log video, what I really want most is the ability to control what my shots look like. And going along with that means I want to be able to manually set my exposure. I just need that ability. But unfortunately, the way Autel has this set up, you can't do that. At least not with this drone, at least not the way it is now. Hopefully they find a way to fix that, because I just cannot stand having something like log video and not being able to control my exposure settings so we don't get brightness variations in the shot. So yeah, Autel, please add that, because if you don't do that, and I'm telling you right now, if you don't do that, and if the Mini 3 Pro does allow me to do that, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to use the Mini 3 Pro. But we'll give them a chance. Maybe they'll add it, maybe they won't. We'll just have to see. And this is really getting a lot closer. But yeah, I've got the wall cloud right in the center of the shot there. What I'm looking for is inflow and outflow. Or no, not outflow. Inflow only. Man, my brain's out to lunch today. Anyway, what we want to see is a long band of clouds shooting into that wall cloud. It's about dead center in the image right now. And we want another long band of, I don't know, rain or precipitation or whatnot coming from the core of the storm, which is in the other direction. So I'm not really seeing much of that, so like I said, not much danger of a tornado. However, there is danger of gorilla hail, as in hail over 1 inch, or golf ball size. I'm just going to back the drone up already because we might have to go in a hurry now. Drone's flying well. I do not have the Mini 2 with me, so we can't sacrifice it to the tornado gods if that should happen. Whoops, I turned it instead of moving it sideways. I gotta bring it overhead because it's gonna start raining soon and it's going to start lightning soon, and I do not want the drone up while it's doing that. In fact, we'll pull it down now. I'm going to keep filming for a little bit, as long as I can. I've got another video to shoot today. We'll see if that ever happens. I'm hearing lots of thunder. There's actually a ghost town in this direction I was trying to reach to record this with, but obviously I'm not going to make it there in time, so we're just here at a random intersection, just getting video. Okay, we don't want no beepy beepy. Right now the drone is in the shot of the Z50, so the Z50 will be shut off last, depending what this storm does. Yeah, we'll just give you as best chance we can as to what this storm does. That wall cloud's kind of breaking up now, so actually it looks like there might be one forming in behind there. Really hard to tell. Drone's doing quite well, I must say. It's not that windy right now, but of course once that storm gets here, it's going to be real windy real fast. Let me tell you. I was hoping for a few good cloud to ground bolts from that thing, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. And that's the other way you can tell whether or not a storm's really getting serious on you, is when they start popping the real big bolts out of that area in the middle. That's when you know you're in trouble, possibly. Looking good so far. I got lots of battery on the drone yet. No hurry just yet. Starting to see a little bit of the green tint going on back behind there. Hehe, greenage. I don't know if you guys have seen Twister as many times as I have, but I've seen it a bunch of times, let me tell ya. I'm watching the entire gust front out there for funnels. Reason being, tornadoes don't always occur where you expect them to. Sometimes you get land spouts, which occur along the gust front, anywhere there's rotation, and you got to be careful with those too. Just had to wave at the passing traffic. Actually, I'm gonna live dangerously, and I'm gonna go up again. Not too far up, of course. Just up. We'll incline the drone gimbal up a little bit. I don't know if you saw that flash of lightning. It was against the white background in the clouds up there, so you may not have seen it. But yeah, what I wouldn't give for 4K 60 right now, because that's what I like shooting lightning at best, is 4K 60, or at least 60 frames per second. 1080 60 is fine if I can't get 4K 60, but hopefully that won't be too much longer for me to deal with. I'm still waiting on the labels for that Light Plus. Man, I hope they get here soon. Yeah, we've got a little bit of inflow going on over there, not much. Starting to feel a few raindrops, so I'm going to have to shut the drone down real soon. I'm going to pull her back now, just so she's a little bit more behind me. I don't think you can see me in the shot because my car's parked elsewhere, but that don't matter. Just studying every bit of this cloud because I need to be very aware of my surroundings. I trained as a storm spotter in 2013. And I'm going to give it one more minute and then I'm leaving. This is getting too close for comfort, and I do see rotation in there. Let me move the Z50 over so I've got that rotation in the shot. Looking for funnels, not seeing them. I'm going to zoom in the Z50. I'm all the way at 50 millimeters on the Z50 now, which is something like 70 millimeters in 35 millimeter translation. You know what? This is all going to miss me to the south. So I'm probably safe for quite a bit longer. Drone is still filming. But yeah, I'm out to chase lightning, and hopefully I'm getting lightning. Okay, let me reorient the drone here. Okay, you see that area dead center? Right up above the little shelf of clouds there. You see it's kind of smooth? Those are striations. That means there's rotation up in there. And boy howdy do we have a good seat now. Anyway, I'm going to shut the drone off now.
Stop recording.
I'm going to bring her in. And we'll hang here as long as we can. Just landing it on the dirt right now.
Gimbal is self-checking. Please take off later.
Jim can self-check another time.
RC
Because I gotta pack things up right now. And I gotta take my microphone off for a minute so I can grab the drone here. And we'll keep watching with just the Z50. There we go, drone is powered off. Just folding her up to be safe and sound, and we'll probably be using her again later, depending how things go. We'll have to see. I can swap batteries when I feel it's safe to swap batteries. Don't mind me if I go quiet because I'm concentrating on putting yonder drone away at the moment. Y'all have to watch the storm without me right now because I'm kind of busy here. All right, now I can watch the storm with you, and I'll zoom back out because we don't have the whole area of interest in the shot. Now there is an abandoned farm south of here that I was thinking of getting to yet, but it looks like the storm is going to come right between me and that abandoned farm, and I can't get caught down there. Actually, I'm going to zoom all the way out here. I saw a couple of decent cloud-to-ground bolts out there, and I want to get those in the video if I can. Yes, I am on the highway, so you will be hearing traffic. We've got about the best possible seat in the house right now, as long as we don't get hailed on by the gorilla hail. I'm probably overstaying my welcome as we speak. I'll just crane you up a little bit. See the striations I was talking about? They're way up in there. Trying to get my finger where I can point it out to you. It might not be that easy to see, but they're up there. And pardon me if there's any wind, because it is windy. It is picking up now. Yeah, she's already losing what there was of the rotation. So I don't think we're getting a tornado today. Which, to be fair, there was very low potential for a tornado anyway today, so. But yeah, I think we are going to have to go now. So, I'll see you back at the house and we'll do some processing. Okay, folks, it's time to finally do some processing on this log video we shot the other day. It's a couple of days later for me because it seems like every time I go out shooting severe thunderstorms, I'm always extremely tired and feeling sick the next day. So I've taken a whole day off just so I can sort of recover a bit. And now we can finally get to work on this. As you can see, we are in DaVinci Resolve right now in the cut thingamajigger down there. And I've embiggened my cursor so you can kind of see better what's going on and what I'm pointing at. But yeah, we're going to start processing this video. As you can see, I've already got the video from the Z50 all queued up here. It's all set up and ready to go. And what we're going to do is go to the end, and we're going to just drag down the drone video, just drop it in there. Now, before we continue, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who's subscribed so far. I really appreciate you guys. I'm 1 subscriber away from 200 as we speak, so hopefully we're doing pretty well in getting to this channel being monetized. So far we're quite a bit away. I think I need 1,000 subscribers yet and 4,000 watch hours, and I'm doing okay for watch hours, but so far I'm a little bit lagging behind with subscribers, but I'm not going to worry about that now because I've got a long way to go, and yeah, I hope I can do that by the end of the season, but we'll see. Okay, now, as you can see right up here, the video is quite washed out looking, so we're going to have to fix that. And to do that, we come down here and we're going to have to go into the color settings, or into the color page, whatever you call it, and then we get this screen. Now, you'll have to forgive me because I'm really new to DaVinci Resolve Studio, and this is quite complicated software for me, so it's taking me a bit longer to learn this than I would like, but I'll get there. If humans program this, this human can figure it out. So that's the way I sort of look at all these kinds of things. So we've got a bunch of little things going on in here. You can get color bars on this side, or you can get color wheels, or you can reset everything. But usually I'll just leave this set to the color wheels. And over in this center section here, we can get curves, hue versus hue, bunch of other stuff, hue versus luminance, luminance versus saturation, saturation versus saturation, just all kinds of things. Over here we've got keyframes. We're not going to be doing anything with them today. What I am going to do is I'm going to go back into my curves, if I can find them again. Like I said, I'm new to this program. Okay, now, first thing we want to do is get this whole section up here to look a lot less washed out, and we're going to use the curves control for this, right down in the middle. You see how we've got all these peaks and valleys up in the middle section here? And then not so much over here, and then this big spike over here. Well, we're going to fix this right now. First we need to bring up the black level, and to do that we're just going to drag this over like so. Now that's already looking better, but we need to do the same thing over here with the highlights, and it's up to you where you want to stop with this. You can see as I do this that the section of sky over on the upper left is becoming washed out and blown out. So yeah, we don't want to lose too much detail over there. So we'll just do that. This over here, these two spikes, this is clipped out areas. This is all up in this area here. You can do other stuff with this, like drag that down and such, but we're not going to do that. Right now we're just concentrating on trying to get this section in the dead center. We need to get more detail there. So what I'm going to do before I get into the colors is I'm going to try and adjust the curves so I can get just a little more detail there. We want to see our wall cloud, and you can see what this is doing to the image in real time. Yeah, so there we go. That looks kind of okay to me. Now this is a calibrated Dell U4320Q monitor, so it's important to have a calibrated monitor for this kind of thing, because yeah, if your colors aren't accurate, you don't know what's going on, and same thing goes with your contrast and brightness. Now if you really want to, you can come up here and turn off the linked images, and you can separate these colors, and you can process these colors separately from each other. You can see what that's doing to the image. But right now I think we're just going to leave it linked. Okay, we're done with this section now. Now, do we want to warm up the white balance a bit? To do that, we come over here where it says temp, and then we can warm up the color or the white balance as much as we want. We can make it ridiculous if we want, or we can go the other way with it, make it too cool. Honestly, that looks even more ridiculous. But I think I want to warm this up just a little bit, not too much. I find that the in-drone white balance does a pretty good job with this middle of the day type stuff. This isn't quite late enough in the day to warm it up too much for my taste. So okay, now contrast, do we want any more of that? Let's see. Honestly, I think it was probably fine where it was. Now pivot. Still not 100% sure what pivot does. Doesn't really seem to affect it much. Okay, let's bring up the details just a bit here in the mid detail control. I like a little more detail. Not too much. It makes it look unnatural if I do it too much. Now, let's get into these areas here. Again, I'm not going to bother processing each color separately because honestly, this drone does pretty well with that by itself. Now, yeah, I think we'll do that. Just a little bit of a reduction on lift. Now, gamma. And I'm just going to scroll forward just a bit on my speed editor here. Assuming it's working today. It does not seem to be. Let me try and reset it here. Okay, there we go. It's really not moving that well. Let me set it to shuttle. Okay, there we go. Honestly, I don't know if the speed editor is really that much of a benefit for DaVinci Resolve. Not sure I really needed it. And I'm just realizing now I probably didn't get this into proximity mode. Let's check that. Or proxy mode, not proximity mode. Yeah, I forgot to set that. Figures. When you're processing 4K video, this really helps. Okay, let me just try and move it forward. Let's bring that wall cloud closer. This may be a little bit dark, this footage, but when it comes to severe thunderstorms, I like it dark, so not sure this is a bad thing. I was hoping to get this a lot closer, but it's so slow to respond that I'm just going to go ahead and use my cursor instead. There we go. Yeah, that is kind of really dark. So let's fire up the gain here a little bit. We're going to leave the offset alone. I don't really think it does much. Now, I'm going to bring up the shadows just a tad. Let's see, what else can I do to this? Actually, I think it's probably okay as is. It would be great if I could find a lightning bolt, because I'd like to expose for a lightning bolt if there is one, but I don't seem to remember any decent cloud-to-ground strikes, so I don't think we're going to find anything half decent. And you can see down here in the curves, we've kind of lost the plot here when it comes to the shadows. And did I not link that? Apparently not. We're going to adjust the curves just a bit here. Again, this applies to the entire clip, so yeah, this is looking good so far. And once again, my speed editor is not doing much. Ah, the wonders of dealing with old video cards. Let's just go back here, and we're just going to play the video footage just to see how it looks. I'm really liking it so far. I'm not sure how you guys feel about it, but I'm liking it. Let me go forward just a bit. I may end up speeding up this footage because there is a lot of it. And oh, did I just see a lightning bolt? I think I did. And once again, the speed editor is not working right. Is it even playing right now? I can't tell. Yes, it is playing. Oh well, we don't need to see the lightning bolt. At least not right now. So yeah, let's check over the beginning of the file again. See, it's a little bit washed out here. See, this, guys, is why I want Autel to give me Pro Camera controls in log video. I just need that functionality. Because without that, the drone decides where it wants to put the shutter speed, and it really ticks me off because sometimes it gets it wrong. And I hope I don't find that's the case with the Light Plus as well, because if it is, I'm going to be really upset. That was not a cheap drone. But again, I'm still waiting for those stickers to get here, so they're not here yet. Yeah, I think I am going to speed up this footage. Now, I didn't get to talk to you much about LUTs when I was out in the field, and I meant to. Now, what is a LUT? It stands for lookup table. And a lot of people like to sell these online as a way of instantly giving you a certain look to your footage. And I kind of meant to do this at the start of the video, but we can do it now too. Can you apply a LUT to this, or lookup table? Yes, you can. We're gonna right click, and I'm in the wrong section. No, we gotta right click down here, I think. Maybe. Oh no. Like I said, guys, I'm getting used to this software yet, so we right click here, and there's your LUT options. This is all pre-installed by DaVinci Resolve Studio. I don't know how many of these work because I haven't really used them yet. See, we've got a bunch of Blackmagic design ones. These are probably for their cameras. There's a lot of Canon stuff. Not much from Nikon, but I'm sure you can get them somewhere. There's Olympus, Panasonic, Red. Man, I would love a Red camera. A little bit out of budget. So let's just try one of these so I can show you exactly what they do. We'll go Sony here. We're just going to wait, and look, that's what it does. It totally screws up our footage. So I'm going to undo that action because I want it to go back to the way it was. That's if it will even let me. Ah, there we go. Much better. Now, can I export this as my own LUT? Yes, I can. We just go to here, go up to Generate LUT, and in order to maintain good compatibility with other software that's not just DaVinci Resolve, we would go to 33-point cube, like so. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to say Storm Chase. That'll do. I wonder if this stored it the way I want it to in here. And yes, it did. It's right down there. So I can use that in the future if I need to. But for now, let me just go right towards the end here. We'll see what the footage looks like. And it's looking pretty good. The storm's moving too slow for us to see much movement, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go into Edit. This is where most of my magic happens. And we're going to go in here, change clip speed, and we're going to go, oh, let's say 200% ripple timeline. And we're going to go back here, and we're going to see what it looks like. Don't worry about this looking all washed out. We've already done our color corrections, and they'll be reflected up in this window. So let's play this. I may edit this clip down some because I'm going to drop audio in, and then we're going to append this video to the end with the audio so you can see the processed results in full screen. But yeah, we got good clarity on that wall cloud now, so that is very good. And I hope OBS Studio is still recording this. Because yeah, I'd hate to go to all this trouble and have to do it over again. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to go back in there. Back into the color, and I am going to warm this up some more. There we go. I think that'll do it. We'll just play it from here. This way the footage is bigger and you can see it easier. Again, I am in proxy mode, so this is running at about half the resolution that it's actually working in, so yeah, I might end up shortening this. Maybe coming into the footage from here. Of course, the downside to speeding up the footage means you can now see all the drone's movements a little easier. It still has some work to do to get to a little more wind resistance, but it's doing okay now. It's not as good as the Mini 2 yet, but I have faith. Autel's done quite a good job, I think, of at least making my drone a little more responsive. And yeah, you just saw that car go whizzing by. That looks a little unnatural, but that's okay. I can probably come into it just from this point alone right here. And yeah, did you see that right there? That color, or that shift in brightness? That's the one thing that annoys me about this drone. I cannot set the shutter speed manually when I'm running log mode. I don't like that. I need more control. Although, to be fair, the Nikon Z50 doesn't have a flat color profile either, so I suppose I should just be grateful to get what I've got here. Now, I'm noticing something here. Up in this area, it was very green when I was on the site, on scene there. So how do I get that greenness back? Not that way, it would seem. A little bit of a tint, maybe. Yeah, just a little bit of a tint. Actually, that is about right. Okay, I'm going to call it good right here. I'm going to go ahead and shut off OBS Studio. I'm going to drag the OBS Studio footage into this project, and then I'll get the rendering done, and we'll be all ready for Saturday. How's that? Thanks for coming, everyone. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate all of you. Take care.